Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got the first oval race for you for week 3, and we are trying to commit iRating suicide and safety rating suicide. I run the C-Class fixed trucks here at Talladega. I already tried to get one of these and got into a wreck right off the bat. Second lap I think it was mostly my fault, but also had a car that came up, or a truck that came up into us, so put us about half the race down, getting repairs, and then just kind of logged laps at the end just to try to minimize the safety rating. So took a pretty massive iRating hit, but was able to avoid too much of a safety rating hit out of it. So trying to get another race in here to get you guys something exciting to see. The last race started 24 trucks, and I think only 10 finished, 9 or 10 finished. So it's been pretty standard for what Talladega week is expected to be. First experience of running a super speedway race in ARCA C, B, or A class. It's definitely tough to see through them when you're running in the pack, and guys are not afraid to get aggressive fairly early on. They don't want to just ride and log laps for a little while, so you gotta try to do the best you can to defend yourself and stay out of it.
Laps. P10.
And if you can avoid the wrecks, even if you don't know how to drive very well, as long as you can avoid the wrecks, you can have a pretty good shot at finishing pretty well. So I was absolutely terrible at qualifying in that first race, so I decided not to qualify in this one. Was hoping the way the splits would work out that we would be a lower number truck, so that I could start towards the back. But unfortunately, because of dropping so much iRating, we've fallen down a split or two and have managed to be the 6th truck out of 23. So it put us starting 10th behind the people that had turn times. So basically right where I was before. I think I was 8th in that race. So we're only one row back, so pretty much smack dab in the middle. Would love to finish in the top 10, would love to get a top 5 if at all possible, to try to gain back most of what I lost, if not all of it, if we can somehow, well, we won't really gain all that much since we're the 6th truck, but if we can get a top 5 and try to gain half of what we lost, or just start working back, that'd be great. Main goal is just to try to run all 25 laps this time, or however many it goes. Last one went to a green white checker, so would not be surprised if this one goes that way as well. So main one is just to run all of the laps and try to see if we can keep ourselves out of any wrecks and be able to pick up spots that way. So yeah, gonna see how many of these I run. I have a ARCA League that I posted a race from a couple weeks ago. It was during week 13 that I ran. It was their last race of their first season that I ran to kind of see how it was. Gonna be running that for their second season. They start at Daytona, so figured might try to run some of these too if they can go halfway decent, not destroy my iRating safety rating, just so I can kind of get a feel for super speedway racing. Even though you can bump with these a little bit, you can't really bump with the ARCA cars at all. So just gonna try to do the best we can. Get ready for the green flag. It's always deceiving how late it is, given the fact that you're running all the way through the tri-oval before you get it. But just gonna try to do what we can. Hopefully this one goes a little bit better.
Floor 8.
And we're off. Gonna try to stay as close as we can to the one truck ahead. But also just try to watch and see what everybody's going to do. I don't think there's one line that I favor over the other. It's just all wherever I feel like I can run cleanly. And just going to watch out for everybody. Looks like we've got a couple trucks that are a little bit loose, a couple truck or two that might be blinking. So just have to keep an eye out on. And yeah, just got to watch for the wrecks. We get a really good run there. We'll be doing a lot of lifting, probably will be doing a little bit of dragging the brake to keep off the truck in front, and yeah, just gonna try to do the best we can to watch the 13. Looks like he was almost looking to take it 3 wide up on the high side. Just gonna keep rolling around. 13's gonna suck to the bottom. Like I said, I'm fine with waiting until about 9 or 10 to go. So if I get the opportunity to go to the bottom or find a hole, I'll take it, but not going to try to make any aggressive moves. Just want to try to log as many clean laps as I can, and then start looking for position a little bit later on.
Keep it steady. Still there. Still there. Hold your line.
You really, once you get close to a truck in front of you, you really cannot see at all. So big thing to watch too is to make sure that water temps don't get too high. Looked like we almost had somebody get a little loose. I thought I saw some smoke, so I kind of lifted to let it go. Outside line was doing a pretty good job of moving forward, so heard a 3-wide call briefly, so don't like that situation, but not much I can do on a single screen. It's pretty hard to see where everybody is directly to your left or your right, so just gotta trust the relative and what the spotter's saying.
The guy had lap timers on 52.35.
Still there. Hold your line.
I'll be running a little bit higher than I want to with the one, but
Still there.
then just trying to
Hold your line.
keep everything as clean as I can. Keep tapping the brakes just to stay off. I know these ones you can get away with pushing a little bit. I'm really trying to sort of practice for the Arco without bumping at all.
Still there.
I have to lift a little bit to keep off the back of the one. Also gonna have to start thinking about water temps at some point as they're climbing up to 220. So don't want it to climb too much higher than that. Gonna have to start looking to get some fresh air at some point.
Still there.
Last thing I want to do is blow the motor up part way through and cause a massive wreck.
Still there.
It's because the looks like I think it was the 17, 4 or 7, 7 behind us got a pretty good run. So outside one's getting a pretty good line or a pretty good run. I think this should actually put us second or third depending on, or excuse me, third or fourth depending on where we cross the line. So you know, if we could stay here and maintain it, would be a pretty good finish from where we were. But again, got to watch the water temps. They're starting to fall a little bit, but got to try to find some clean air a little bit to get it back down.
Keep it steady.
At least able to make it much further than I did in the first race running clean. So just kind of committed to staying this outside right now and just logging laps. Like I said, I'll probably wait till, you know, 9 or 10 to go to start even thinking about sizing up some moves for position if I want to. But where we're sitting at too, I don't feel so bad. I mean, a third place for me, I would love to get the win or a second, but third place is not such a bad deal for me. And I know it's going to get absolutely crazy at the end. I've seen all the pictures and the replays of the chaos that have happened across all the series here this week. And it's early on. Sideline's getting a little bit of a better run. Still trying to keep our way on the outside.
That was 52.88.
Don't even bother having a session fast lap or a last lap or anything because it's all, you know, it's all dependent on the draft and what you're getting, so no reason to try to track it. I just trying to keep myself as focused as I can up ahead and to the sides when I can see and try to keep it as clean as I can. If I could somehow get out of this race with a 0x, I would be thrilled to death. Coming to the line to complete 6, so we'll be just under a quarter of the way through. It's definitely got a little bit hairy. I don't want to go to the inside of them quite yet and throw it 3 wide at all, but they're running a bit higher than I want. One almost looked like he was going to ditch the 3 to go the inside. I think he realized the 9 was there. The 9 and 5 were linked up, so I think he realized that and thought better of that. Otherwise, that could have easily been a wreck right in front of us that we wouldn't have been able to avoid. So I gotta say, so far everybody's doing a pretty good job of being, for the most part, fairly patient and keeping it clean. So very thankful and happy with what we're seeing so far. Definitely think if we can get the run with the right trucks, we can get by the 1 and the 5, but I don't see any reason to try to do that yet. I think it's just too aggressive, too early to do. So, water temps are floating right around, 215 or so. Just gotta look for fresh air every so often just to try to get it to climb back down. I know you can push it up to 230, 240, but want to try to keep it lower if I can.
Okay, Jake. The next car is playing.
Hold your line. Still
Kind of at the mercy of this outside line right now and how well they decide to run. 1 seems to be a bit all over. 5 seems to be a little bit more stable than him, but 5 definitely seems to be a bit slower. So, or excuse me, the 3. So, yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna try to do the best we can. I've kind of been linked up with these guys since the start, so just gonna keep running out here for right now. 7 behind us has been incredibly patient, incredibly nice. There's been a couple times that we've had to lift that he's gotten close to us and done the same thing and done a really good job keeping off. So feeling pretty happy with everybody running around right now. Feeling fairly comfortable. You can see the same thing. We had to check up a little bit. 7 gets a little bit closer, so 1's gonna go down to the bottom now. He's gonna leave the 3. We're gonna be there on the outside. See if we can try to push the 3. 1 was definitely getting antsy. I feel like the 3 might be slower. We'll see. That'll be our shot. 9 makes a big move right in front of the 3. They actually got into him a little bit, thankfully not an incident point, but just gonna hang to the outside for right now and see what happens. I think the 9 might have anticipated 3 being a little bit faster than the 1, and that's why he decided to go up to the front, but he wants the lead as well, so just gonna keep hanging on the outside for right now, running around. See, we'll be coming to the line to complete 9, so we'll be just over a third of the way there. 3 ducks to the inside. We're gonna go get in behind the 9, see which way he's gonna go. Not sure if he's gonna stay high or if he's gonna go low. He better not be going low, considering they're all stacked up on the inside. 9 seems to be stalling out a little bit on the outside. He's trying to side draft as much as he can. 3 and the 1 get hooked back up. This time they're on the inside. Oh, 9 and 1 are almost going to make contact. I kind of lifted a little bit just to avoid in case anything happens. Not that I'll be able to do much. Trying to get just a little bit of fresh air to the outside of the grill while I can. We've got a slower truck coming up that we're going to try to get by on the inside. Kind of see him as we're coming through. This will be interesting. Hopefully everybody keeps it low and we're all able to clear by him. It's the 4 truck. He's got some damage. We are able to clear him at least, so if a caution were to come out, we were ahead of it. Got the 19 up ahead that's damaged as well. Can't see him on the track. Looks like he's running the low line through 3 and 4 right now. Trying to stay linked up with the 9 as best as I can on the outside. 19 still running the low line. Hopefully he'll get down on the apron so that everybody that's on the low line doesn't have to come up to avoid him. I don't trust much of the field to be able to do that cleanly. We're still being really patient. We are not quite halfway done. Still bouncing around somewhere between 3rd and 5th roughly is the 2nd truck on the outside. I could be fine with staying here and getting the top 5 out of it. Just kind of committed to this outside right now to see where the 9 goes to clear the 19 as we catch him. 9 kind of has some problems, goes high. That allows the 3 and the 1 to get a run on the inside again. Not sure who I want to try to run with at the end to get by, but we'll try to size it up as best as we can. Just gonna stay low for right now to try to get by the 19. This will be the similar situation we had with the 4 trying to get by.
Still there. 8
able to clear the 19 now. That makes me feel a little bit better.
Still there. Hold your line.
Try to run the outside just a hair, get a little bit of fresh air over the nose, get some contact behind from the 7.
Keep it steady.
Trying to cool those temps back down a little as they were starting to approach 220. Which we were doing because we were trying to get to the inside of the lap truck and get by the 19s before, so just trying to be as nice as I can, not push the 9 at all, but give them the drafting help. Try to get them out to the front to keep it clean. Managed to go half the race so far without a caution, which is great to see.
Looks good. Me too. Your last lap time was at 53.
Water temp's definitely climbing up now, so we're gonna try to see if we can find some clean air at any point. I don't want to get shuffled out though, but gonna need to find it at some point.
Hold your line. Keep it steady.
Seems like the 9 and the 3 are running about even with each other, getting a little more contact. I think that might have been from us pushing, not so much the 7.
Still there.
Kind of get a little hairy around, but able to keep it in line. Thankfully, everybody's being really patient, staying off of each other.
Still there.
Got another lap truck that or slower truck that we're coming up to.
Line.
One is definitely, I think, a little more all over than the 9 or the 3 is, so makes me a little bit nervous, especially if it comes to the end. So
Hold your line.
temps are coming back down a little bit, just keeping an eye on that.
Keep it steady.
We are on 15 to 25, so we got 11 to go right now. Probably in the next, well, since we're already up towards the front, I might be able to go a little bit longer, but maybe the last 5 laps or so we'll start thinking about trying to go. I don't know if I necessarily want to be the front truck though and be that sit and duck. I think I kind of want to just be close enough that I can strike if I need to. 9 seems to have fallen back a little bit.
Still there.
Try to push the outside line up as best as we can. Catching up to the slower truck. Hopefully again we'll be able to clear them on the inside through, probably looks like it'll be through 1 and 2. He goes all the way up to try to catch a draft, 9 does, and then he's going to come back down.
Clear inside. Inside. 3 wide.
9 almost gets the 2.
Clear to the wall.
That was a lot closer than I would have been doing. I don't know what he was doing out there. We've got 10 to go this time, so yeah, with us being, you know, second truck on the outside, I think I'm going to kind of sit and wait to make the move. I don't want to pull the trigger too early to try to pick up positions. And yeah, just keep an eye on the water temps. They were falling back down, so we've got a little bit of room to work with. You can see the inside lines moving quite a bit more, but I have no hole to try to get down there, and I'm not going to try to shove anything too quickly. 5 is going to come up in front of the 9. Definitely think the 9's kind of been holding us up a little bit, but you know, not much I could do that way. Not sure if I could get the 7 to go with me if I try to go to the outside, but I don't know if I want to throw it 3 wide quite yet.
53.07. Alright, Jake, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Just got a lot of movement between the 1 and the 9. They're both kind of all over the place, so I think even if we tried to go 3 wide and have somebody go with us, it would be a pretty risky move for sure to not get hit by the 1 coming up into the 9 or the 9 coming up into us.
Keep it steady.
Wait to see if the 5 ducks down in front of the 3 or if he stays on the outside line for right now. Come to the line with 8 to go, so we'll probably sit another 3, maybe 4 more laps, and then we'll see about trying to make a move. It's kind of going to be one of those all or nothing deals. If we decide to make a move, it's either going to work out, we're going to go towards the front, or we're going to fall all the way to the back.
Hold your line. Hold your line.
5's looking like he's trying to block. Looked like there's almost contact there between the 9 and the 5. Having to lift a little bit, that's allowing the inside line to get a really good run. They're going to start checking away from us. 5's kind of holding this up, I would say. We're getting some bumps now from the 7 behind.
Hold your line. Still there.
Got the 2 and the 19 who look like they've caught a draft with us, running with our pack now.
Hold your line.
Just got to be careful for them. I definitely think we're going to need to find a way around these 2 trucks in front of us somehow. but I don't want to quite pull the trigger yet.
Still there.
Not sure if I could get the 7 to go with us.
Hold your line. Keep it steady.
And we're definitely not going to make the move while we've got a slower truck to our outside that we're all trying to work by, which is the 4 again.
3 wide. Clear outside. Inside.
Got 7 to go right now, so I might wait another 2 laps and see about trying to make a move. Outside, I think, is the only way we're going to be able to go. We're just going to have to try to get the 7 to push us and see if we can get around on the outside of the 9 and the 5. If we can get anybody else to hook up with us and try to work our way towards the front.
Keep it steady.
Everybody's moving all over the place, but it's been surprisingly clean.
Still there.
Really happy with how this race has gone so far. This is night and day difference from what I ran on the last one.
Still there.
Start lap 20 now, so we got 6 to go.
Still there. Still there.
Gonna be time to start thinking about it relatively soon.
Still there.
Just hope that nobody tries to throw blocks on us, because I think if we can get a run off of 2 or off of 4, that it's possible we could try to do it. 7 looks like he wants to go, so
Still there.
might be able to get him to go with me if we go, you know, with 4 to go.
Hold your line. Still there. Far inside. Still there. Hold your line. Clear low. Car low. Hold your line. Hold your line. Keep it
And
steady.
we've got 5 to go. I'm thinking probably next lap we'll think about trying to make a move to the outside. Try to set it up.
Car low.
That still might be a little too early to pull the trigger, but I don't
Hold your line.
want to have enough run to try to get around him. Maybe even 2 to go, I don't know, we'll see. I think we can definitely get the 7 to go with us if we decide to do it. He's been pretty antsy and pushing us pretty well from behind wanting to go.
Still there.
So I think he feels kind of like us that we're probably faster than the 2 in front of us on the outside line, and I think honestly we probably got more potential than the 3 and the 1 as well.
Still there.
Just got to try to get lined up and push as well as we can on the outside.
Still there.
Don't want to get too far to the outside yet and end up losing it in case everybody tries to freight train us.
Push, push, push. Catch this car.
Got 4 to go. Might wait another lap or 2. I know I keep saying that, but we're running further up front than I think, so it's not like I have 5-6 rows of trucks to pass. I've only got 2 to get by right now, so I don't want to pull that trigger too soon.
Hold your line.
Got the 22 pushing us. We're gonna jump to the outside now.
Still there.
9's gonna try to block,
Close caution. Watch out.
and we get a wreck behind. It's gonna bring out a green-white checker.
File behind. Okay. We're under caution. Pits are closed.
Oh, we tried to take the run that the 22 was going to give us, and the 9 just kept coming up trying to block. Not sure what was happening there. Looks like it was a wreck behind. Not sure honestly what happened, but to go this long without any kind of problems, I'm super happy with that. Trying to figure out where the 3 truck is. Oh, back in 7th, okay.
Pits are open.
Trying to wait for the 3 to get by so that we can... There we go, now we're back to where we need to be. At least it'll put us ahead of the 1, although I feel like we were faster than the 3. I don't know if I see any point to hitting for tires, honestly. I think with us being in the front, I think it's worth it to just stay out and try to finish the race route, because it should be a green-white checker. Looks like we're going to be on the inside to restart as of right now in third. And try to push the 3 by the 9 if we can. We'll have to go check out the wreck and see what happened. I saw the 22 going on the outside. That was kind of the point where I thought we needed to go for it. And they gave us a pretty good shot. And I thought we had, we were lined up right on the outside of the wall, forming that third line. We were going to try to go. And 9 was just trying to come up. Looked like he was trying to pinch the wall, but we pinched us up against the wall. But with the shot we had from the 22 behind us, I had no way that I was going to try to check up and stop. We were committed to that line. We were going for it, and it was either going to work or it wasn't. So I don't know. I knew that the 9 kind of was trying to throw the block, but I think we were already there to where a block would have been incredibly irresponsible. So I'm not sure if somebody checked up behind and that caused the wreck or whatnot. But we'll take a look. Glad to have kept it clean. I know. There's still laps left. We can still have the problem, but to have a 0x so far this long through the race is great. To I would say to have the race go as long as it did without a yellow, I'm thoroughly shocked by. Makes me very happy to have that. That was some great racing. That was insane patience by the 7. Super happy to have him lining up behind me. We've got the 1 who's going to be on our outside pushing the 9. We're going to try to push the 3 as best as we can. Hopefully the 7 will give us some decent shots. 22 is going to be lined up on the outside. We knew we could push. He did a pretty good job there. But yeah, super happy with the 7. It's been incredibly respectful. There's so many times he could have given us bigger shots, returned us, and he laid off very well when we had the layoff. So hopefully, he can extend a little bit of patience, at least for the first lap while we get rolling, and then we can try to set up as best of a move on the last lap as we can. Try to see what we can. I would love to stick in third. Obviously, want to go for the win if we can, but we're so close to that top 5. I want to try to do my best to stick with that and see if we can finish this out with the 0x and as minimal damage on the truck as possible. I get the 1 to go this time by. Let's see how many trucks are left on the lead lap. Looks like there is 17 right now on the lead lap. Out of the 20, I think there was 23 and 1 didn't start, so 22 started the race. So that's not as terrible as the last one I was in, that's for sure. Oh, I lied. We're going to be on the inside pushing the 9, so that's going to be a little more hairy because the 9's kind of been all over. But we're gonna have to do the best we can to just shove them and try to go. The 1 and the 3 are gonna be hooked up on the outside. They've been together almost the entire race. 22 is probably gonna be fairly good on the outside as well. So yeah, just gonna do. Just gonna try to get the best start that we can, do the best that we can, and hopefully try to push the 9 in front of the 3. Clear and get us, see if we can get ourselves in front of the 3 and try to pick a lane that we can jump in front of and hopefully try to bring it home and do a win if we can. I would say this would definitely discount. I wouldn't view this win as strongly as I would if we had won last week at Vegas or Bristol or anything like that, but would be thrilled to finally get a win even though it's a lower split. Just trying to get any kind of positive results right now to start turning things around and build some momentum and feel a little bit better about the driving. I know it's been frustrating for you guys to say, a couple decent finishes sprinkled in amongst a bunch of bad. So want to try to even get you guys something good. Feel like it's not as much fun for you guys when you don't get to watch me running up front or contending for wins. It's just kind of, I feel like I'm at that next skill gap where I was good enough to get ahead the bottom third, middle third guys is kind of where I'm at. It's the next skill jump I got to take to get to that top third and compete with those top tier guys consistently. So trying to do my best to enjoy it for you guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this race and stuck around. It was even if this is how it ends, it was a really good race overall. So no matter what happens, this will definitely be the one you guys get to see. I may still run more of these on my own if I feel like it, but yeah. Get ready to follow the 9 truck as best as we can for the start. Is gonna try to time it as soon as they go.
Green flag, clear inside.
able to clear the 3, trying to push the 9. 3 got a good run on the outside, 1 gave him a shot.
Keep it steady.
Up through the gears into 4th. Gotta give the 9 shots now. There's no waiting at this point with a lap and a half to go. It's all or nothing.
Still there. Wide through the inside. Wide.
Not gonna shove it 4 wide, but here in 3 wide call is a bit scary. I know it's second to last lap, so guys are gonna do what they can do. There was the wreck. We were somehow able to stay in front of that. Get turned by the 22 while we were still running. That kills the truck, so that's probably how it's going to end. That's just literally how this is going. Get the truck turned around. It's pretty beat up. Got trucks smoking everywhere. We're going to get cycled all the way to the back. Yeah, so there goes the good finish, unfortunately. I don't know, I mean, we were clear, then we get turned by 22 when we didn't need to. So, super frustrating to end this far back. Looks like we're going to finish just outside a top 10. We should be close. It'll probably be a slight iRating loss, just because of being the 6th truck, but yeah, super frustrating. I guess that's that's Talladega week for you. You can do everything right and not do everything right. We should have been second. I didn't think the 22 was to the outside of us, but I guess they were by iRacing's, the last loop. But we just get turned when we shouldn't have been. I mean, I was trying to hold on the bottom, and somebody comes down to us. So super frustrating that when a caution comes out, we still get wrecked. I mean, I know I was booking it, but I was trying to pull away from the guys up in front a little bit just to then have some time to lift instead of getting piled over. So we'll see how it sorts out, but it looks like we should be 12th, so did what we can. Hopefully we ran enough clean laps that 4X isn't going to hurt us too bad. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely better than what the race before was, but definitely super frustrating. So there's the checker. We'll see where it lines us up.
10th position. Okay, we're done.
Scores us in 10th, so yeah, we got the top 10 by at least. But definitely could have been better. Could have been worse. Let's go back and take a look at the wrecks and see. Yeah, it does have a scored as 10th right now, so at least we got top 10 out of it. Should be able to gain iRating, hopefully gain safety rating. But let's go take a look at what happened here. We'll look at the one on the end, and then take a look at this one. So let's check this from the rear chase right now. You can see we were running on the outside, pushing. 22 is going to make the move to the outside. Down the backstretch, I believe it was. We jumped to the outside, so I want to see if we can see what started that. Definitely got exciting for sure. You see the truck at that point was really stinking clean. Really clean. Like, super happy with how clean it was, how well I ran. It gives me some confidence for trying to run the ARCA race for my league on this week. Feel like I can do a good job of drafting with people without bumping them and not spinning them. So hard for me to switch lanes at will, just because of not having the triple monitor. Is going to be hard to be able to instantly look left and right and still maintain the view out front. But super happy that you can see that third line already forming on the outside. Guys wanting to go. 22 jumped out in front of it. I saw it coming, decided to jump out. We're going to get the push. We're going to start running the outside. 9's going to drift up. Okay, so the wreck comes from the inside. So let's jump to the 5 truck, see if we can tell what happened here. So the 5 and the 9 were lined up And while we start running to the outside, the 5 actually completely comes down to block the 3, but the 3 was already there, so he spins across the nose of the 3. That starts the chain reaction. It kind of gets the 3 turned to the left. The 1's already in the back of him, so the 1's sending him around. The 5's going to get in the 15. 15's going to come up into the 7, which is going to get in the 8, into the 13, and you get a big pileup that takes out a lot of trucks there. So that's what happened then. Bad move by the 5, but you know, I did that in my first race, so it's going to happen for people. Let's see what the heck happened for us when that caution came out. See, we get the start here. We got very lucky to get out of this wreck. Had it, you know, had we not gotten turned out of caution, we got really lucky to get out of this wreck, being in, even if we were in the number 2 spot. You see, I was trying to push the 9 as much as I could. We were glued together. The 1 looks like he was glued to the 3. The 13 starts getting 22 on the outside. So that line was even further than I thought. The 20 is going to come up here in the middle line. 7's still kind of hanging behind us, waiting to see what happens. Okay, so the 1 just got into the 3 the wrong way, turned him. And you can see what ends up happening is as the 1 turns the 3, that gets the 9, 3 comes down. I literally have absolutely nowhere to go. That's where we got that contact out of that, but we were able to somehow keep it straight. We were still rolling, hit the 1 by accident, and then here's what's going to happen. Let's watch it from the 7 standpoint, because he's going to end up jumping into us. You can see he's going to come up, clip us right here as we were technically under caution at that point, and that's going to send us around, unfortunately. That also actually sent the 1 and the 22 around, so you can see they somehow were able to retain the lead based on where they're at, which is frustrating, but, you know, I guess that's how you catch the break. So let's go take a look at the results, see what the damage was there. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Should have been a top 3, but, you know, hey. Those are the breaks. I've done stupid stuff as well, so not much you can do. You can see 4 split out of 9, so we've been falling pretty far back, trying to work my way back up to that top split if we can, or even second split on the times when you get a bunch of trucks that split out. 2057 strength of field's pretty weak, but a little bit over where we were. You can see we actually managed to gain 15 back in iRating, so nowhere near what we lost, but at least able to turn around in the positive direction and actually gain 0.02 in the safety rating. So basically break even. So to get through that race, that way makes me really happy. Frustrating the 22 and the 1 got away with that. Not that they got away with anything, but that they were able to benefit and still stay up at the front. That's definitely, you know, that top 3 is probably where we needed to be. That would have been a pretty decent game. Probably could have been in the 60s or 70 range that you can see those guys are in, which would have been almost everything I lost from the first race. But, you know, we got a really good run in. It was really clean for the most part up until that very end. I was super happy with that. So just glad to bring home a top 10, and we finished where we started, so definitely showed I got the potential to run with it. I still got a lot to learn, and I think having, you know, if I ever got to the point where I had 3 monitors, I could be a lot more confident, make some different moves, but at least able to hang around and kind of be respectful and run the best that we can. So hope you guys enjoy that race. Feel free to leave any comments, any suggestions below. Always enjoy hearing from you guys. Hopefully your Talladega week has been going better. If you've run any of them, you haven't had any problems. Remember to like and subscribe. Always stay tuned for more videos. I know I didn't get this one out the normal day that I have been. Fell the day behind. Just had some real life stuff come up that I had to take care of. But I'm going to try to see if I can get as many out possibly. If I can even shoot for 2 a day just to get you guys caught back up and get you some more content for this week. I also try to make up for this iRating plummet that I'm on and try to stabilize it as best as I can. So hopefully in the next few weeks we'll have some different series too that I can run to try to get some different mix, get some short track stuff back in and kind of enjoy some of that stuff again, have some fun, you know, where I was before. So nothing else. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was definitely intense and hairy all the way up until the end. And unfortunately, we just couldn't quite sneak out that good finish, but glad to at least get something. So until next time, hopefully all your laps are fast, all your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.